The room went silent the moment his voice cracked. Daniel had stood tall, rehearsed, groomed for the role of fiancé in a family that adored him. He reached for my hand, steady at first, then faltering. His grip loosened. His eyes flicked toward his phone. One quick glance, then another, and I watched the color drain from his face. "Hey, boss." The laughter filling the dining hall dissolved instantly. Forks froze midair. Wine glasses hovered at lips and were set down carefully, as if sound itself had become dangerous. Mr. Collins' smirk froze. Mrs. Collins' quiet disappointment tightened around her eyes. That single word, boss, split the room into before and after. I said nothing. Just let the silence take root. They had all been laughing moments earlier. Mr. Collins leaning back in his chair, voice dripping with ridicule. "He's just a janitor." The table joined him in amusement, an inside joke that was never mine. Mrs. Collins shook her head in pity, and Sophia smiled her perfectly polished smile, the one she wore in every photo, every gathering. Perfect, untouchable, but their laughter didn't sting anymore. I had let them build that illusion around me for years. The quiet brother, the disappointment, the shadow. They thought the mop in my hands was real. They thought the uniform meant servitude. They were wrong. Hearing it again, just a janitor, pressed against old wounds I had buried long ago. But Daniel's reaction, the way his face shattered when he saw me, that was different. That wasn't about the past. It was about something no one else in that room understood yet. I left that night without explanation. Voices followed me. Confusion, whispers, Mr. Collins trying to laugh it off. But inside me, something sharpened. I began with Daniel's name. It was easy, too easy. A man planning a wedding leaves traces everywhere. Registries, addresses, signatures. Behind those, accounts. Behind the accounts, movements. Behind the movements, secrets. I didn't storm through anything. I sifted, patient, precise. Every email read like a confession. Every deleted message whispered louder than the rest. The first crack, hotel reservations that didn't align with business trips. The second, transactions under names not his own. The third, photos, blurry, careless, undeniable. Sophia wasn't in them. Another woman was. And then another. And then, in one grainy frame, someone painfully familiar. Mrs. Collins. I stared at it for a long moment. Not in anger, not even in shock, just cold comprehension. This wasn't loud betrayal. This was betrayal layered so slowly that suffocation felt natural. 2 weeks later, the test results arrived. Small, sealed, clinical. I carried the envelope like it weighed nothing. The engagement dinner had resumed. Another gathering of smiles and rituals. Mr. Collins at the head. Mrs. Collins at his side. Sophia glowing at the center. Daniel across the table, avoiding my gaze. I placed the envelope between the wine bottles. No words. No explanations. Just paper sliding across wood. Sophia opened it. Her hand trembled halfway through. The color drained from her face the same way it had from Daniel's weeks earlier. The table leaned in, curiosity turning to dread. Mr. Collins grabbed the paper next. His jaw tightened. Mrs. Collins froze. Daniel looked up, panic already in his eyes. He knew what it said, because the truth was brutal, simple. He wasn't just Sophia's fiancé. He was my employee, my subordinate. And worse, he had been in bed with the woman sitting beside my father. The silence this time was heavier. Mr. Collins finally spoke, voice strained. "What is this?" I leaned back, untouched by his anger. Proof. Daniel couldn't meet my eyes. Mrs. Collins stared at the table, hands clenched. Mr. Collins demanded answers, but no one moved. I let the quiet unravel them. Then I turned to Daniel. "Stand up." He obeyed slowly, like a prisoner awaiting sentence. "Tell them," I said, "who you work for." His voice cracked. I work for him. Him. The word reshaped the entire room. Their laughter from weeks ago replayed in my mind. Just a janitor? Now the truth lay bare. I didn't gloat. I didn't raise my voice. I simply stood, collected my coat, and looked once at Sophia. Her eyes brimmed with 1,000 questions. I left her with silence. The power was never in the reveal. It was in walking away, leaving the wreckage behind to smolder without me.